We have to bring a young man into the show right now, Noam Aizenberg. I believe he is here. Is that right, Jack? I believe Noam is with us. I thought I saw him come in earlier. Yes,
go.
he is here. He is the
Go.
founder, solo bootstrapped, self-designed D2C hardware creator of Your TMG, yourtmg.com, helping people actually solve their jaw pain. My man has done the hard thing, okay? Created a new device that has not existed, and now he's going viral on social consistently, and he's scaling this thing up and to the right. We have got to bring him inside of this show. Noam Aizenberg, get inside of this show, sir. We need you here. We need you.
Wow. I love the intro. Thank you.
What a backdrop. I mean, look at this vibes you've got going here.
Yeah, it set it up perfectly for you.
I told you, man. Nome is not only is he a creator of hardware, but my guy is going viral consistently. He knows how to appear on screen. Nome, welcome to the show, man. I think that we know some of the same people. Ritwik Pavan, do you know Ritwik?
Yeah, dude, crazy story. He used to be my only boss, basically.
Isn't that wild,
Before
man?
I started all of this, yeah.
Isn't that wild? When he was in
insane.
Austin, we had him out to Supper Club.
Yep.
And you're not in Austin, are you, Noam? I wish you were.
Not anymore. I'm in SF now, so is he. So.
You're in SF. Yeah.
I'm just
You
following
guys
this
are
guy
both
around.
Yeah, you got to. Hardware to the moon, by the way. Shout out to Ritwik at Hardware Nation. Noam, brother, you have got to bring us in to the backstory on this thing. Give us the origin story. You've got this unique device now that actually helps people unlock their jaw, solve their jaw pain. Brother, bring us into how you got here and how is the business going since you got this thing off the ground?
Yeah, no, dude, you're selling it better than me. All right, we're making some medical claims I'm not allowed to say, but
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But yeah, so I'll give you kind of the background on the problem. Essentially, it's the TMJ stands for temporomandibular joint, which is the jaw joint, and there are a lot of people in the world that deal with chronic jaw pain or just facial pain, like a lot of headaches or lockjaw or just clicking in their jaw joints here, like. It's really common, and a lot of the time it's fine, but sometimes it kind of degenerates and gets worse and worse. And I started dealing with this kind of late in college. At first it started with the clicking, and so you'd open your mouth and it would click once, click close.
Yeah.
Fine, whatever. I'd go to the doctors. They'd be like, "It's chill, it's chill. Just take some like Tylenol or whatever." But then as time went on, it kept getting worse and worse. I started like clenching a lot, and my jaw started locking closed. Like maybe you've seen people's jaw like stuck open. This one is like closed. I'd be having like a conversation and all of a sudden I can't open, or I'd wake up and it's like, and it's really, really painful. And I started going down, the rabbit hole. In terms of treatment, I got 2 surgeries. I bounced around from like so many different doctors. I would like scan forums nonstop. And it just like blew my mind, not just like how common this was. It's 5% of the population seeks treatment, but it's just so underserved where, so many doctors don't know what they're doing. Nothing online is right. It was just crazy. And what they would tell me when my jaw would lock closed is, apply some heat and massage. And this worked. It's one of the most common kind of at-home management options we have as patients. And it's like, if you want to relieve some of the tension, some of the pain, you go get a hot pack and throw it on there. But I was locking up, once a day, basically. I had to get to class. So I was always going in, putting a mug into the microwave, microwaving it, using the bottom ridge, like, dig around in my jaw.
Horrible.
And, at first it would be too hot, then it would cool down too fast, and I'd, be late to class. And I was like, okay, I think, I'm an official, TMJ sufferer. Let me buy something for this. So I go online and I classic, I look for like, a heated massager for the jaw. Should exist. You were saying it's like some innovative, crazy advice. It's like device. It's like, no, I fully expect this to exist. Such a stupidly obvious thing, but it didn't. And there were some things that they were like drop ship. You could find like this stuff but it's like this is a vibrator straight up. Like so, so, so I like would buy that. It said it heats, but like let's just say it doesn't heat up very much.
Okay, put that thing on your face and try to get a little relief.
So I put that on my face. I was like, okay, well, this is kind of crazy. At the time, I was looking for jobs. Low key, I couldn't find any good jobs. Like I wanted to be a product designer. I couldn't get a job at like IDEO or something. Um, and but then I got connected to Ritwick and I started working for him. I still was just like dealing with these TMJ problems. I had like a massive list of ideas maybe I wanted to work on someday. But I was just like, I'm not like a startup guy. I'm just gonna like work for someone. This could be cool. But then the internship like didn't really work out. I looked at the offer letter, Loki, and I was like, bro, I don't know, the pay's not that good. Like 0 point some percent equity. I was like, oh, I might as well just like do my own thing, have 100% equity. And
True.
I just got a couple of my best ideas. Clearly, just when I saw this TMJ thing though, that like a heated massager for the jaw was so stupidly obvious. It so needed to
Yeah.
exist. My story for it was so good. I just like felt like I could go on a podcast and talk about it. I was like, it's a classic
Absolutely.
podcast founder story. So that's what I ended up going with. And yeah, rest is history.
No, do you have one in your hand, brother? I want people to
Yes.
see this pin-like
Yeah. All right, warning, it
thing.
looks like a vape, all right? But it's super
not.
small, looks like a pen, not a vape. So you have this heated massaging tip. You have very simple 2 buttons, click it, cycle through heat settings, cycle through vibration settings. And then this thing heats up, lets you kind of scrape through muscle tissue, lets you apply kind of like acupressure. So just like, very specific pressure at this point. And it has this flat face to just kind of apply some instant heat. Super simple. You just carry this around with you whenever there's kind of like a flare up. You use the heat and massage. Works great. Yeah.
Incredible, man.
Have you? I mean, we had Caleb on the show from Seek Coffee, and one of his approaches was he, talked directly to doctors who,
yeah.
are dealing with, all the mold toxicity and all of that. I dealt with all of the jaw stuff. I had double jaw surgery. I had my face broken.
Did
all
you
of the crazy
really, bro?
things. I did. And so I would highly recommend, and I don't know if you've approached this at all, but going to those doctors, because the recovery process for that is absolutely substantial. And something like this, where Caleb talked about it on the show, where you're not going to really go around and search reviews or like second guess your doctor, where
Yeah.
basically the doctor is giving you the green light.
No, 100%. That was a big part of the strategy, especially
Yeah.
being bootstrapped. Just like I was in the DMs of everyone. Like, I mean, I personally was going through it, so I had my own doctors. I was just like,
Yeah.
I was trying to build relationships, and that's a big thing. So like we're in like a lot of dental offices, a lot of like oral and maxillofacial surgery offices. Even in places like Harvard or like whatever. It's like legit places. Because yeah, nothing like it exists, and it's something that almost all of those doctors recommend as like a conservative therapy. So it just kind of fits in perfectly.
Well, no,
That's amazing.
this is incredible. So tell me about development. I mean, number one, I think your background, your story, makes all the sense in the world,
Yeah.
and it's so poignant for you being able to speak to that, why this needs to exist, how it can help people who are experiencing the same things that you were. Apparently 5% of the population and 2/3 of this show, apparently. But man, tell me, how did you develop this thing? I mean, brother, were you in your apartment like stitching stuff together? I mean, what did this look like?
All right, so this is kind of a complicated story, but
Okay.
it all kind of boils down to I'm not a risk taker. All right, I always kind of wanted to do product designy stuff. Ever since high school, I was on FRC. It's like a robotics competition. I was doing
Yeah.
robotics.
Nice.
That's what I was kind of learning. I learned computer science, whatever. I went into college for mechanical engineering. I tried to learn as many things about electrical engineering as I could as well. Whenever I had the chance, I would take those kinds of classes. But I never would actually start anything. I'm not like a big projects guy. Like I wasn't making really cool projects and like products on the side. Like I wasn't hustling. but after I kind of made the final decision, like I was kind of just like forced into this path by I couldn't find like the job I really wanted. Then, you know, when I did find that like kind of cool internship with like Ritwick, uh then I saw like like financially this just doesn't make much sense. I'm like, ooh, what am I gonna do? Well, the option for me is I had this friend and he had a product company where he made these like mini smoke machines.
Okay.
And he was in my class at Penn. He designed this thing like in high school. He, you know, bootstrapped it. He 3D printed casings in his like apartment and then like had a little office.
Wild.
And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. So I hung out with him. And during that time, I was like, yo, do you need someone to just like come in, you know, smart guy, maybe do a little development, maybe like run day to day, and then you'll just kind of like support my product development process. And I mean, low key, I was getting paid like almost as much as I could have been, you know, working in industry. And then I was also able to just have his space, use the printers, use
Yeah.
his like suppliers to get like free samples, that kind of stuff. And
Smart,
it
Gnome.
might not seem like a lot,
Smart,
like yeah,
bro.
like
Super smart.
like the development, spoiler alert, like only ended up taking like, you know, maybe like yeah, $1,000, $2,000, like not super expensive, but
Great.
just like having that for free was like very nice for me to just like be able to take that leap and, you know, just
Fantastic.
super commit, like a no excuses.
Fantastic.
So yeah, I was working from part-time for like, you know, my first year out of college ish. Meanwhile, just like after work, I would go and design this thing. I would yeah, just stay in the office
Let's
for
go,
a while
brother.
and try to figure it out.
I love that.
Could you talk to us a little bit about, you know, the viral moments of this? I mean, you already have over 500,000 followers across all your socials. For brand owners that are struggling for that, that's a huge number.
It's
How are you doing?
huge, bro.
Mhm.
How are you getting these types of, you know, viral moments on social media in 2026? What is this playbook you're trying to deploy?
Yeah, so essentially it was deliberate and it wasn't deliberate at the same
Okay.
time. When I started, you know, going down this path of becoming a product designer, you know, it's always been my dream. And I I'm a big you know, YouTube watcher. I like watching like maker YouTube videos, that kind of stuff. And one thing I noticed was that there was nobody documenting the process
Oh,
of bringing a product to
come on,
market. Like
bro.
there was just
So
like
good.
everyone was making either like silly little things that are like great for thumbnail and for views. It's like, oh, I invented this thing. It's like they're not actually going to sell it, or um and they're just ignoring the probably way bigger and more important part of, you know, turning it into a product you're selling, which I'm sure there are like, you know, probably millions of people like me who yeah, have been dreaming about this for so long, and they don't have an example. Like I had this example of my friend, my entire business low-key got inspired by this person. It's like no one has that. I didn't have that on YouTube, and if I did, I probably would have started a lot sooner.
Yeah.
So it was almost like a separate product idea, whereas like I saw this other niche in content, um where I would just kind of like maybe build up my personal brand, but just, you know, document it. Like I don't you can watch those videos. You can see the first video. It's literally when I'm talking through the idea and drawing it out. It's a terrible video. Um but I think it's just really cool to have that just like bank of the entire story. And
Absolutely.
that's how I got into content. But that does not help with sales whatsoever. Like the the YouTube I just continued to build out, and it was just like me documenting the engineering process, all that stuff.
Wow.
um it started, you know, like it's a skill obviously to do content, so that's like kind of how I got into it. And you know, maybe 8 months later I was like, hey, you know, I should probably get into shorts because short form's a big thing. So
Yeah.
then I got into doing, you know, TikTok, but still about documentation. um and then I was like, oh, maybe I gotta like try to actually get sales
You know,
with short form. So then I
yeah.
started the Instagram.
Oh,
Yeah. I started the Instagram, but quite frankly, like I I made a mistake with short form, and it's been very, very hard. Not that I didn't make a mistake of starting it, but like there's this just nagging problem that I've had
What is
for
it, bro?
the entire time where like I really don't want to make videos about like TMJ stuff, like I'm not a healthcare professional. I'm not really like depressed about it. Essentially, if you want to go viral talking about like health stuff as a patient, you have to be, pity baiting the entire time. You have to be making videos about how you're suffering and da da da. And I wanted to post every single day. And the thing I was worried about every single day was the business, the product.
Yeah.
So I was just posting about that, but it doesn't get any sales. So like I've just been trying for so long, trying to figure out like this combination of formats where like, how do I show the product, but also, and target my ideal customer, which is like 80% women in their 30s, but then also do something that like I feel good about making every single day and like committing. And that's been a real struggle. So the viral moments have been like, there have been some viral moments when I'm telling my story and talking about the product, da da da, and that's great. Like especially the YouTube's really big. It's like 210K followers, but it's all like a personal brand. It's just like a bunch of dudes that like product follow it, and it's gotten me in a lot of great rooms. And it's like it's cool to have a personal brand, but it doesn't get sales. So I'm not like super like the business wasn't built on those. So, but then I started doing like these POV pitch videos where I was like, oh, maybe if I, embarrass myself a little bit and I can show the product and talk about it and show it to random people.
Yeah.
So those started doing really well for a while. Then I had like a 60 million view video where I wasn't on an airplane and I like pretended. I was like, hey, I was talking to my neighbor. I was like, hey, can you just read this script for me and pretend like I'm holding a vape and you're yelling at me and you're gonna call the air marshal or something. And I'm like, it's not a vape, it's not a vape, it's my invention. And I have to explain what it is.
Good.
So it's just like trying to figure out these like random things where I can like do them and I can talk about the product, but but yeah, it's a struggle.
Okay, so no, I think you're sandbagging us a little bit, bro.
Yeah.
I think you're sandbagging us because I think you got some sales, brother. I think you got some sales. I mean, do we got some sales in the bag?
We got sales in the bag. That's confirmed. But it's mostly through meta ads, okay? You were calling me the organic sales king, but like what organic has done is made me good at content and making ads, and so I just make an insane amount of ads.
That's good. That's good, bro.
There you go.
That's good.
That's huge. That's huge.
Here's what I would say. Bro, being good at making content that expands your top of funnel, people who are aware of you, people who could find you, might recognize your face because they've seen you in the timeline before. That is all a help. That is a help for pushing people down lower in the funnel. And then, brother, it helps your ad performance. I am convinced.
100%.
I am 100%. Convinced. Give us some perspective on where the business is now, bro.
Yeah. So right now, I mean, as you maybe know, like with e-com, especially hardware, like your own product, it's all kind of like very zigzaggy, right? So you blow up and then you have like a supply constraint, you blow up again. So the latest blow up was like, we figured out how to, like, I figured out how to not make these things myself in my apartment. And I got a 3PL to use their employees. I put my printers there. Now they make it and ship it out for me. So we were able to go from like 50K a month to, Black Friday doing like 400K in a month. And then big supply constraints, like ran out of stock. Like terrible stuff. But so we dropped down to like 200. Now we're back at like 350, but we're hitting supply constraints again. So that's where we're at. What's funny?
No, you're crushing, bro.
Dude, you're killing it.
You're crushing.
There are people in this industry that would be begging to be in the position you're in right now, and that it's unbelievable. I mean, you're already going through. I mean, you're going through the classic trials and tribulations that every e-commerce brand owner goes through, but you're kind of just speed racing it, and so, which is hilarious.
It's sick. I'm not gonna lie, it's sick. It's a dream come true.
No, how old are you? How old are you, bro?
I'm 24 right now, turning 25 soon.
Gosh,
yeah,
that's crazy. Like,
let's go, baby. E-com is back.
E-com's back. E-com's so back.
E-com is so back, baby.
E-com's so back. This is unbelievable.
So, go ahead, Colin.
I was going to say, I mean, you're going through all the classic issues that every founder goes through, but they go through it so much later in their journey. And so by you dealing with all of this already in-house and dealing with a 3PL, like all of these are massive undertakings that e-commerce brands go through, and you're just like breezing through them, which is unbelievable.
Let's just list them off here. Let's list them off. 24 years old.
Boom.
Product is made in the USA, correct?
Sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
So
Okay.
sick.
Half a milli on socials. Period. At least
Crazy.
half a milli. Okay.
Yep.
We're hitting 350, 400K months.
Yep. 6 fig months.
Sick. I mean,
Sick.
brother. I mean, can we get this guy? Can we get this guy a Hall of Fame ballot? Can we get him? Can we get him an early Hall of Fame ballot? Not yet, and I appreciate that because we got builders build, and we got more building to go. But no, bro, this is incredible, man. This is incredible. I mean,
I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm so excited to be doing this,
bro. We need to. Brother, I want to help you as much as possible. I mean, who can we connect our boy with? I mean, brother,
I want your help,
bro. Anything that's on your list that's a struggle, bro,
yeah.
Colin and I, we will connect you. We'll connect you to. I mean, we'll do everything that we can because I tell you this: more people need to hear this story. One of the core tenets of this show is that the American dream is alive and well on the internet today, and brother, you are the embodiment of that. 24, created the product, making it in the US. I mean, blowing up in every place and just meta ads on meta ads and making this thing go. Am I wrong, Colin?
Chris, and then our other mega thesis of the show, the one-man brand.
One-man brand.
Right here. Let's go. Yeah.
Hello.
I mean, talk to us after the show. Whatever help you need, any connections you need from us, we'll pave the way and push all the folks away so you can get to exactly where you need to go.
Ecom 4.0, rise of the underdog, one-man brand. Noam Aizenberg is that guy. He is that guy. He is that guy. Okay. No, so tell us, bro. Rest of 2026.
Yeah.
And what are you fired up about? What's coming down the line? How are you going to thread the needle? Like what's coming next, bro, that you're excited about or you need to thread the needle on? What's it look like the rest of 2026?
Guys, you're going to hate this. You're going to hate this, but the Made in America thing might have to stop.
That's all right. That's all right.
It's understandable.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Understandable.
No, so like okay, legitimately with the biggest like fueler of me being able to make a hardware product by myself, like anyone else being able to do this, is like 3D printing getting good enough. Okay.
Yeah.
So like the product is kind of like perfect for it. It's really small. You can print out a bunch of these things on a printer at once. It takes very little human time, which lets me do a bunch of other things while I'm trying to grow the business. But there are some issues that kind of start to, form a little harder when you're at a higher scale. So like now you kind of notice, the brand is getting impacted by people thinking it's kind of lower quality. Like when you open up the box, like, maybe 5% of people will react negatively to it being printed. Most people don't care. When you're early, it doesn't matter. It's just like the benefits outweigh the cost. But 5% of people now is dozens and dozens of people a month, and maybe that's a bad review. Maybe that's just like them not recommending it to other people. So I think it's time to kind of like plateau a bit, redesign the product and really like professionalize the manufacturing. There are a lot of reasons for this, like that are external to that, but that's kind of the main reason where I want people to open up the box and be like, wow, this is a nice product. And I actually just got back from China like 5 days ago. Working on the it was my first trip. It was so sick actually. But here I brought back
sneak peek. Little sneak peek
10v2. All right,
let's go.
It's gonna be nice.
Incredible, man.
But yeah, so right now I'm working on that. Like hopefully in 4 months or something, I'm able to be shipping out version 2 of the pen. Maybe being able to lower some prices a little bit as well. potentially working on, you know, some upsells and some more like recurring revenue with you know, like a massaging oil, like a massaging cream.
Great idea.
But yeah, so you know, I'm doing that while also kind of building out the kind of automation on the meta ad side, as in I'm building out a UGC program on Tribe. I don't know if you've heard of it, but basically just like, yeah, a bunch of just trying to get a bunch of people making making content for me, and it's working out pretty well. So it's very different though. I'm now being very much like a little bit of a manager and writing out
Yeah.
guidelines and SOPs and trying to call these people a bunch and, you know, help them out and do all that. Yeah, very, very different life right now.
Chris,
go ahead, Kyle.
just one person, when he's describing the unboxing experience.
Exactly. This is what I was going to say too. Go.
Yeah, you can do it.
No, go, bro.
We need to connect you with Jason Wong
Jason
at
Wong.
Packing Duck, who is exceptional. And if you're looking to take your unboxing experience from a
Where's my box?
V1 kind of just standard unboxing to, oh my
I wanna
gosh,
show
I'm going
him
to
the
be
box.
absolutely blown away. Jason is that guy, and he's going to save you also a bunch of money too, because he has the ability to like back all of this stuff into weight, and the fact that, you know, you're saving money by actually getting a reduction in weight. All of this, it's an exceptional thing. Chris is going everywhere for this.
Here we go, bro. Here we
He's
go.
got it.
Okay, our boys, Pretty Boy.
Yeah,
We had
so
them
good.
on. They've got an incredible unboxing. I mean, bro, they're selling like face wash. I mean, it's like face wash for men. But bro, look at this thing. I mean, it looks like we got bought from Apple. You know,
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
look at these
So
cars
nice.
and everything.
Connect
Bro,
me.
We had them on the show, and then we're like talking with Jason Wong about his packaging company and all that they're doing. And then we're like, you know, who's got great packaging is Pretty Boy. And he's like, yeah, I did that one.
That's ours.
And
Yeah, I made that.
and the secret is that most people on packaging, the manufacturers are outsourcing it, and they mark it up by 40%.
They just jack it up on you.
There's one guy that Jason literally just saved them $1 million a year by and got him a prettier packaging to go along with it. So
it's wild.
Chill. Yeah, connect me after this.
we'll connect you, bro.
Tired of designing my own thing on Canva, bro.
No, I feel that. No, brother, you are one of the brightest stories in e-commerce.
Yeah.
I also think that, you know, if you're an SF, then you, man, we need to get him down to Commerce Roundtable in San Diego in September. I really
100%.
think that we need to get you there, introduce you to Shaq, introduce you to Jimmy, introduce you to all the guys there, because they will love this and help connect you more. We're so fired up, and you are the embodiment of what we have been talking about all year long. Man, we appreciate your story. We're going to keep following along. And wow, this was a serendipitous meeting. I love this, man. No, we appreciate you joining the show. We look forward to having you back, brother.
Thank you.